Zach Wilson throwing 3 interceptions and the way he played today, the Jets' defense is very good.
Yeah, that lost them the game.
Yeah, the Jets' defense kept them in that game.
I just don't know if the 95% figure, if that holds up to scrutiny or not. This game, definitely.
Yeah.
I'd say that this game, Mr. INT'd the game away.
Yes, he did.
Billy, do you agree?
Look, I'm just saying, we just watched Josh Allen throw 2 interceptions.
That was a bad pick. That was a bad pick.
That were both kind of in the same vein as Zach Wilson.
No. So Zach Wilson's interceptions.
Also up 27.
I know they're up 27.
So you're saying that his misses look like Josh Allen's misses?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm gonna defend.
They're
Zach
usually
Wilson.
a little bit older.
Okay.
It's gonna be hard.
Okay.
But look, he threw for more than any other Jets quarterback has against the Patriots in the Belichick era. 355 yards.
This is loser talk.
2 touchdowns.
Yeah, wow. Jake just clapped. This is Billy.
What kind of stat is
I know,
that to be
Billy. This is
excited
loser
about?
talk.
I got more stats.
Billy, this is
I got
lo-
more stats.
But if that's the one you lead with, that's
No,
loser talk.
look, he went 20.
You lost.
He had to throw the ball away 15 times, and that reflects in his stop it. That reflects in his completion percentage. He's 20 for 41, but he threw it 15 times away. And then, that takes us to
Okay.
But here's the thing:
20
is,
of 29,
You remember
3
what
picks.
I said about Trevor Lawrence earlier? Zach Wilson has maybe the worst throwaways of any quarterback.
So this is
in the
what I'm
NFL.
getting to.
He's the worst.
He
When-
is a younger.
When he has to intentionally miss a pass, most of the time he'll just throw an interception. He'll be like,
Right,
fuck it.
but he
Yeah.
looks.
Let him cook.
He
Yeah.
looks great. Like the thing is, when he's looking great, he looks awesome. But then he does this. The
That's
way
some
he's
Iron Eagle shit.
scrambling.
Yeah.
The way he's
95% of the
scrambling-
time when he looks good,
I'm
he looks
just saying,
awesome.
when you
Yeah.
have to throw the ball away that many times, one time it's not going to go well. Like just
What about the other
percentage.
two?
Well, yeah, the other
The
two.
percentage of like
There's
miss
3.
rate.
what happens on
There's
the
3.
others.
Well, one was an arm punt. Let me read a
No, that
a
wasn't-
quote. Let me
that
read
wasn't
a
an arm
quote.
punt.
Wait, the 14-yard out that he threw to the sideline that got picked off?
Yeah, that wasn't an arm.
Yeah,
punt.
that's the
No.
worst.
Wasn't
That's an
close.
arm
Well,
shank.
I'm just so basically this is a quote from Zach. So I think this might, this is actually hopeful because now that we hear how he's thinking about it, every time I get out of the pocket, it just gets frustrating to throw the ball away, said Wilson, who completed only 20 of 41 passes. That's what I've done for the last 4 weeks to put us in a good position to not turn the ball over and for us to win. So I need to keep doing that when something is not here. It gets old in getting out and not seeing anything there. So he's basically throwing the ball recklessly because he's getting bored of throwing the ball away.
Yes.
But one of
Which
them,
is something.
One of them was like there was an open
It
guy.
certainly is.
One of
Denzel
them,
Mims
one
was
of them,
there.
he was getting pressure in the pocket and he was trying to make a play. Something that like a type of interception Josh Allen just did.
Yeah.
Is that
Okay.
like
No, I'd say this is more like you're going down a path of Jameis without all the upside right now.
He
the upside's
reminds me of a younger Carson Wentz. I'm not saying a young Carson Wentz who was an MVP. I'm saying a younger Carson Wentz who it feels like every time he's like, I'm going to make a play, I'm going to spin, I'm going to throw it, and then his throws, sometimes he's throwing the ball into like, he threw, that one of those interceptions was into like 4 different Patriots that was like, he just is hoping, similar to Trevor Lawrence, like, I hope this works out.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is the quarterback play is the weakest part of the team right now. I was talking to Hank earlier. I was like, look, I think the Jets are a good enough team to beat the Patriots. It's just I think we're going to see today that Zach Wilson with more pressure with Breece Hall out and injuries on the offensive line that he's going to really have to play to win. And with that, we saw him try to play to win. In the past, he had the support of a better offensive line and Breece Hall. And now, like the curtain's been pulled out. He wasn't defended by the whole offensive system, and we're seeing what's happening. Going into like last week, I knew setting up, Sam Ellinger was going to start. Jets were going to have a big test. I knew I might be in this deep place, so I'm just trying to stay positive.
I'm not trying to beat you down at all. I'm just asking you a question of like where are you mentally, because as often is the case with our franchises, they're not, when they have to step up, and there's still a lot of season left and the Jets still have a winning record, but when they have to step up in those big moments, like we said, these next 3 games we're going to be, if you go 2-1, Jets are for real, and it started poorly.
The thing is, all of his interceptions are caused by his certain play style. And because of that, and because they're so ridiculous, it's almost like, well, you'll clean that up. Like, that'll go away. And that's the hopeful part of it. Like, if he was throwing inaccurate passes that, were getting straight, well, they sometimes are straight to the defender, but like missing on crosses, like missing throws instead of just doing stupid throws, Like, you can cut out the stupid throws. Like, he even said he's getting bored of throwing the ball away. He wants to make a play. You know what, motherfucker? Just fucking throw the ball away.
Yeah.
Don't get coy with it. Don't get like cute.
It's okay
he's getting too cute with it, and it's fucking up, turning the ball over, and drives are getting stopped. He's trying to extend plays, and it's, not always working, but sometimes it does.
It's okay to be boring.
I think basically the one thing, if he's going to scramble, stop scrambling backwards.
Yes.
Start scrambling forwards.
He scrambles like I play Madden, where I just run backwards 15 yards and hope someone gets open. And you're absolutely right on that.
He's got to start scrambling forwards and maybe pick up the 3 yards.
God damn it.
Instead of, getting into those wacky situations where he ends up throwing these weird picks.
I've noticed that his spin moves a lot of times take him back. He's got to learn to do a spin move and go either lateral or like forward with it a little bit. But when he spins out of the grasp, he ends up usually drifting back 5 yards.
If I was his quarterback coach and, from my limited experience, and probably, people probably disagree with me, if I'm him, you do the spin move, you get one more look at the field. If you can't see anything, no more extending the play and going to that back, like he goes towards the sideline, even farther back into that little pocket place where sometimes he does get good plays. But if that first look, you don't get it, start running towards the line of scrimmage, try to see if you can pick up yards. If you're going to get fucked, throw it away.
You know who he should take a lesson from is Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is awesome at throwing the ball out of bounds.
Yeah.
He's really good at it. He fires the fucking pigskin out of bounds like Johnny Moxon.
Billy, you're up. You had a huge Sunday between the Jets versus the Patriots and Sam Ellinger finally starting. It started off promising, too, because Trevor Lawrence looked bad.
Yeah.
And now, where are you?
They lost the game. He went 17 for 23, 201 yards, no touchdown passes, but also no interceptions. For a first start, that's not that bad at all. And honestly, from the first 3 downs he played, he span out and threw an incompletion, but hit the guy right in the chest on a very athletic, sort of high energy, electric type play. He got that out, and then his last pass at the end of the game
was a good pass.
Was a good one, hit the guy right in the hands. He dropped it, and then he had a completion to finish off the game. They held him inside, and the clock ran out. He did his job. He didn't turn the ball over. And he made plays and made some, there was some sparks where you could see that, maybe down the line, stuff starts happening.
Yeah.
So, it was better than Zach Wilson's first start.
Yeah, so Billy, actually, I'm glad that you brought up Zach Wilson. Would you give up Zach Wilson right now for Sam Ellinger? How deep into this take are you?
I'm deep into both of these takes, really, really deep.
You can only be deep in one. It's like holes.
Well, I'm just saying it as a guy who doesn't throw interceptions.
No, I'm talking holes. Whose hole are you inside of?
I'm in both holes.
You can't.
Very deep. And if I want to make a tunnel between the two of the holes and make a tunnel system,
pick one hole.
Okay.
Then Sam Ellinger would probably go to the Jets. Let's give Zach.
Whoa.
So yeah.
Whoa.
So that's
this
a big moment.
Big thing you just said.
I'm hearing, Big
I'm gonna let you take
well,
it back.
You backed me into my hole.
I'm gonna let you take it back. You have 5 seconds to take it back.
You backed into me.
4.
He's not taking it back.
2, 1, and it's permanent. It's permanent.
Not the guy. Zach Wilson's not.
You want Sam Ellinger over Zach Wilson?
I'm in
it's
Zach
permanent.
Wilson jersey.
Make it permanent.
I just said as a guy who doesn't throw interceptions, that's the kind of guy you want as your quarterback.
Yeah.
We're seeing.
You're making it worse right now. You're filling in his hole.
It is 1 a.m. right now. No, 12:05 a.m. and I have totally
3 a.m.
3 a.m.
Also, your belly's filled with prime rib.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, filet mignon. You had filet mignon for dinner tonight.
Skewers.
Yeah.
Not a filet mignon. It was skewers.
The Colts are just sad.
Yeah.
And I think everyone's getting fired.